It's already 11:09. So I will again request everyone to please come to the video so that the session become interactive and we come to know about each other. So please, a few people has already there in the video, but if other can come, it will be really great. And okay, so we can start, sir. Correct, Anand sir, Ishwar sir, we can start now.
Yeah, we can.
First of all, I welcome you all to this Saturday morning for joining the webinar. There's a lot of festivity. Yesterday was Dhanteras, and today and tomorrow we have Diwali. So still you taken time from the busy schedule and family schedule to take out for this particular webinar. To start the meeting, I will start with a small story. So the story of a priest. That priest was is in a small village. Uh, So he was a great means devotee of God, and he was everyone respect him in the village. But once what happened, the flood started in the village, but he was still doing the penance. Then villagers told, "Sir, let's go from here. Otherwise, maybe the flood will starting. Flood will start and you will die." Then he told, no, God will save me. You go from here. Then floods start increasing. Then he gone to a three-storied building and on top of that so that he can save himself. Then people came from the tractor. He told, okay, sir, please come with us. Otherwise you will die on the flood. Then he again told, no, God will save me. And again the flood was increasing. Now he gone to the big water tower. And there he was waiting for God to come and save him. But then the third person came and he was from helicopter, the government agency. And again he told, they told, okay, come, we will save you. Otherwise you will die. The flood is going to become means very severe now. Then he told, no, God will come to save me. But nothing happened. He died. In the heaven, he was asking God, I was such a great devotee for you. My entire life I wasted just devoting you. But you didn't came to save me and I have to die like the normal person. Then the God told, I came three times. First as a farmer, second on the tractor, and third time in a helicopter to save you. But you didn't understand me. So the moral of the story is that God always comes in different ways in our life. We only have to recognize. And we are from the tech side, and so the only thing that can save us is the adapting to the new technologies. And today, if you look at the digital commerce world and the e-commerce world, the biggest revolution that's happening in India, it's the ONDC. ONDC is something similar to UPI. So to take the meeting forward, I have a very wonderful person. He has nearly 2 decades of experience in technology. He worked with nearly 15 years in Cisco, and for the last 5 years, he's working with an own startup, COSTBO, and COSTBO is providing many, means 200s of small businesses, enabling their with the e-commerce setup. And now they are plunged into ONDC, and they are a ONDC seller-side platform and also technology solution platform. So with a big round of applause, please welcome Mr. Anand to take the meeting and start his session. Yes, sir,
all.
over to you.
Yeah, hello all. Good morning. This is Anand. We have people from Abhay who introduced. Thanks, Abhay. And we have Ishwar and myself. We three are from COSTBO. We can help you answer questions as we go forward. Right? COSTBO stands for Connected Socially Trusted Business Outreach. We help you, meaning the brands and businesses, to make online and ONDC sales happen. That's what is about COSTBO. Today, this session is about making ONDC awareness. So I'm not going to talk about COSTBO until there is a Q&A session, we can talk about it. Right? So our idea is to bring in awareness about ONDC and its benefits for the brands, businesses, how they can get in and what is the benefits they can see it from ONDC. Right? So this particular slide is made to understand the market potential, to understand how much benefit a brand can take, number one, and what are the current hindrances for the brand to establish on ONDC or making or improving their sales on D2C. And third, how much of revenue they can generate in the 3 to 5 years, right? So now if you see here in the market potential, today, many countries, the retail online volume is around 26%. In India, it's only 4.3%. There's a potential to grow higher and higher. India having a highest online population, right? Total population is around 140 crores, just behind China, which is 141 crores. And the expectation is to get 93 crores, 90 crores plus buyers eventually in 3 to 5 years, right? That is the potential that you have. And on top of it, the percentage of online retail is only 4.3% in 2020, and it is growing 10 to 15% every year over year, right? So that is the market potential that we can all tap on. Second, today, what is happening to the brands and what is the need for ONDC, right? If you see here, today there are duopolies, right? For example, Amazon and Flipkart are the major platforms taking the brands and defining their own terms of how the brand can sell. So basically, a brand has to do multiple enrollment today too, right? In future, maybe, if Snapdeal comes in or other thing comes up, a brand has a suffering of entering into multiple platforms, right? This is exactly what ONDC is helping to. You don't need to go in every platform and obey their behavior. We will help you in decentralizing your brand and your business to reach the 93 crore customers, right? So first thing is about decentralizing, so you don't need to go multiple enrollments. So that is one biggest pain point that the ONDC is removing. Second is about, again, these platforms who are duopolies are charging huge rates and their dictator policies, right? For example, they say this product is returnable, this product is, or has to be done this way of policies, right? Here, the seller, the brand owner does not have any control. You go by their policies. Instead, in ONDC, you can go by your policies, right? You can define whether I want to get the product return, I want to get refundable, I want to get the return charge and everything, right? Whether it is returnable or not, whether it's COD or not, right? All those things are controlled by the seller. Now you are not controlled by the policies of another platform. And on top of it, ONDC also provides a huge discovery, right? And that is what will help you get to these customers in 3 to 5 years, right? This is the vision of ONDC, to add 3.75 lakh crore additional sales to the existing online volume, right? And add 93 crore buyers into the buying potential, and it will bring in a UPI like popularity and add 12 lakh plus sellers online, right? To all the brands, businesses, MSME businesses, right? All can come in to enjoy the benefits of ONDC. Why we need more sellers? So more consumers can purchase from a different set of sellers. Right? And why do we need more consumers? So more kind of sellers can also reach this many number of consumers. Right? So this is about market potential and the eventual vision of ONDC to achieve how many customer base that every brand can get achieved. Right? So I'll move on to the next slide about the benefits of the ONDC. Right? So as we know, I'll just probably minimize this. Yeah. ONDC will bring in the lower fees and better profits for the brands. So now you dictate the price, and the lowest cost of the ONDC doesn't charge anything. The service provided by the seller platform will charge something. Service provided by the buyer platform will charge something. So it is a minimal as of now, and it will stay minimal. And ONDC has a control on saying, what is the level that the fees can go up, right? So today it is 3 plus 3, 6% is the fees, and this is far lower than any of the platform fees that we are paying, right? And second, customer data for retargeting. It is giving us an eventual D2C target where a customer directly purchases from you and you get to build a CRM and you can retarget the customers. It's not like, I got a brand and now I need to put a buy button, or I need to put it on, visibility, and I need to get more and more, 10%, 20% commissions on additional button, right? That functionality is not there. So you are by default, as long as you are on a seller platform, 90 crore customers will be able to see your product. And third, lower shipping cost and integration. You have a multi-variation of logistics available. You can choose, and the team will provide the best logistics version back to the buyer app, and the buyer app, through the buyer app, the consumers will buy it, right? And similarly, it will be the future, and the potential is that you can get to B2B, You can get to a fintech. You can also get to overseas commerce. For example, your brand, if somebody is wanted to buy from an overseas, that also will make it happen, right? Overseas logistics also will make it happen automatically. So that way, you are trending. Once you enroll into ONDC, that means you are trending into a potential future. The future will keep going, right? And that is what seller platforms like us will help you keep you updated always, right? Repeated customers and newer markets and all India reach. And it's not like you are in one particular location, you are not visible to anybody who is searching your brand. You will be visible all India as well. And reliability and trust, which is just we spoke about it, right? Right from settlements and governance, policies, decentralization, visibility of catalog, everything is also seen and controlled by ONDC in terms of the protocol, right? So that way, reliability is something which is belong to the ONDC. ONDC is in turn is a government agency. It's a non-profit organization only for the benefit of the brands and the customers. So, you can definitely rely and trust on. They don't have a valuation. They are just giving a network to provide for brands to grow, right? Now, who all can benefit this from ONDC, right? Typically, people who are in marketplaces. Okay, I enrolled in Amazon. I also want to go into ONDC. I enrolled in, the other places. I want to go into ONDC. This is one of the brands and businesses. They can get a benefit out of this, right? Second, there are people who have built a website on a Shopify, WordPress, Wix, and other stuff, but they don't see much traffic because they're not visible in terms of popularity or in terms of SEO or in terms of marketing. Typical and no traffic, no website is a brands can also get enrolled into ONDC because ONDC is a headless architecture. Once the catalogs are added, without you don't need to have a dedicated website, but still your catalogs are visible to the rest of the customers and purchase can happen. So both a traditional website, and which has no traffic, and businesses who are in the marketplaces, and people who are traditionally offline, they want to get into ONDC, they can also get into it. So these are the three categories of businesses who can eventually get a huge benefit of ONDC. And I think a couple of brands we spoke in the casual session, all of them can get benefited with the same part of the effort. So we'll start up a QA session right after the presentation. So we'll continue with the session right now. Journey of your business into ONDC. As a COSTBO platform, we provide a seller NP access to all the brands. Either you have one location or you have multiple warehouses in different parts of India, and multiple locations can also come in. We provide any seller NP can provide a functionality of a catalog, inventory, deals, logistics, customer data, payments, and order execution, and connect it to the network. Once it's connected to the network, any of the buyer apps, today there are 4 or 5 of them, eventually there will be hundreds and thousands of them, right? Which will be available for search and viewing your product. This network will help your product to visible to the rest of the products. Eventually, COSTBO will also be a buyer app where COSTBO buyer app can also see your products. And eventually, Google now through the voice activation, you can continue to customers can continue to purchase Ola, Uber, HDFC Bank ATM app, and everything, right? Everything will become a buyer app, and they will serve their consumer base or a customer base to help sellers product visible on their particular app. So what technologically COSTBO takes care of it is to make sure over the network protocol exchanges and this buyer app is able to make a purchase on your product. Is what COSTBO provides that infrastructure into the connection point of ONDC. I'm just going into the next slide. How ONDC works? ONDC technically has multiple as a part of the network, multiple connection points. Buyer NP means buyer network participant gets connected. Seller NP gets connected. So that means a brand behind the seller NP gets connected to here. Buyers behind the buyer NP gets connected to here, and both are mutually searchable, right? And orders and deliveries, logistics partners also gets connected to ONDC. When a buyer can decide, I want this particular product from this particular seller, I want to get it delivered via this particular logistic partner. I'm just showing one in the example here, but there are literally like tens and hundreds of them. Here, tens and hundreds of them, and here 90 crore of them, right? So they can all get connected through the ONDC network, and the logistics and gets delivered, and we can choose the logistics as part of it, and then the payment gets also delivered, controlled by a ONDC reseller settlement program. Right. In terms of adoption, so this is all I had in terms of the presentation. We can discuss one by one in terms of if you have any questions, we can discuss and take back the answers.
Yeah. Sir, can you stop sharing? Your presentation is over.
Yeah.
So we have one question from Divya. Can marketplaces can integrate with ONDC?
Yes, today, yes, they can. Marketplaces can also integrate with ONDC. Yes. It's a technological
Can
effort
you
to connect to the ONDC. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Sir, you can stop sharing so that we can have the videos.
Got it,
So
yeah.
Divya, can you come online? Can you come to the video? I think that would be good if you can directly ask your question.
So maybe I probably a clear question will be helpful. Do you expect marketplaces like Amazon to come to ONDC, or you're looking into I just want to understand the question more clearly.
You can also type in the questions if you need to.
Yeah.
So before that, I will try to introduce Mr. Ishwar. So he is the founder of COSTBO, also a person in tech from last 20 years, and a kind of means in-depth understanding of ONDC and all kind of e-commerce infra. So, yes, sir, over to you. So Divya, can you come to video and ask your question? Yeah. Please.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'd like to understand if marketplaces are able to integrate with the ONDC, then how would the products that are specific to a marketplace will be available for the entire population? So how would the competition amongst the marketplaces thrive? For example, if everything on Amazon, Flipkart, and another local marketplace or new startup, they all integrate with ONDC for the benefit of the customer as well as the person who has their product on it, then how will the competition thrive? Because
Correct.
I would
It's a
like
very
to
good
understand
question.
the technicality of it.
Just to give a good news, marketplaces like a Flipkart and Amazon are not coming into ONDC, right?
Okay.
So the moment they come into these popular marketplaces, see the idea of fundamental of ONDC. If you look back, these marketplaces control the entire supply chain. A buyer, seller, your price squeezing, everything happens. The ONDC is separating it out, and it is bringing interoperability, right? That means you could be an individual website, or you could be a seller participant. Still, you can able to enjoy the benefits with a better cost. That means for a marketplace, they are used with a very high revenue model, right? When they come into ONDC, they will lose all the money. So they, at this point, marketplaces like Flipkart and Amazon, they are not coming in. And coming back to your point, the competition. See, suppose I don't know what is the product you're selling, ma'am.
I plan to open a marketplace of my own, and I was looking at integrating with ONDC.
Great. So we have few marketplaces already in our system. The marketplaces means basically they are resellers. They have around 3,000 products, right? So these people will sell appliances, or they may sell a food related products. So what is happening today? So I'm going to search for organic honey. Maybe your marketplace is serving organic honey. So the ONDC works on the clear GPS fencing model. So the moment I search the organic honey from Bangalore, right, my GPS point and the product search will go to ONDC network, right? There is other side seller network like us, right? We will decode it, and we will give, okay, what is the closest location this organic honey is available, right? So that means I might have a 3 sellers like you, or maybe 30 sellers like you in the first 10 to 30 kilometers vicinity. So that is what are given to the customer. But practically, we need to see in a real world, your customers, 80% of them are coming from the closest location for you. So that is being served very well. Suppose if you build a brand, right? With a nice name, right? So now that the search happens on the brand, that is a unique search. Doesn't matter I'm in Delhi or I'm in Bangalore. The unique search is always going to bring the exact result. But why, how it gets popular? That today it is a search. Tomorrow the customer knows they bought the product from you from a Paytm or a Google now. Now they already tagged your business, right? Your business is tagged. So it's like I bought a cell phone from this company, so I know where to go get it. So now the tag will also make sure that the customer easily come to your business, they open it up. So repeat purchase, right? The third most important thing, what will happen is, suppose I want to expose my marketplace into 3 locations in India or 10 locations in India. You can also open up a digital warehouse. So if I'm searching for my Delhi, the first 30-kilometer radius, you'll be visible in Delhi. First 30-kilometer radius, you'll be also visible in Bangalore. But is it happening right now? No, it is absolutely not, right? So that's a huge difference. A visibility for your business into the first 20 to 30 kilometers will do a magic. And if you have the ability to do 100, technology wise we can support if you're ready for it. I think I
So
hope
from
I
what
answered the
I
question.
understand is that I set up my marketplace and then I integrate it with ONDC. So how do I operate then? Because the master technology is happening at ONDC's end, right?
No,
Where the
ONDC is a network. Just we need to be clear here. Think of my hand is a network, right?
yes.
ONDC doesn't provide technology for you.
So
ONDC
the
is
customer is
exactly
going
like
to
an
be
API.
looking at the customer will be looking at my website, is it?
The customer will be going to application like a Paytm. They will go to
Okay.
application like a pin code, which is powered by PhonePe. They will also go to Google Now, which is launching powered by Google Pay. So they'll go search for a specific product in there, right? Because now right now, say Google Pay has 300 million customers, right? And those all will become potential for you because Google Pay will the customer they search for organic honey in Google Pay, the product will be shown right inside the Google Pay.
But who searches for
No,
organic honey on Google Pay?
no,
No,
it will
People
happen,
don't
Google
ma'am.
is
search for
launching
the
with a new
product on
application.
Google Pay, right?
No. So
No,
think of yeah.
no, I'll just answer, so it will happen, ma'am. We are in the early adoption phase, right? It's an innovator phase. Every product will go on a maturity curve, right? So when the product gets matured, then people will come to know on once the product from Google Pay, they launch the ONDC search engine, right? Then it will be coming through. See, today, the
From
biggest
what I
problem.
understand is that portals like Meesho are already partners with ONDC. So if I, as a customer, log into Meesho and look for an apparel or whatever they sell, I don't know, and they integrate with ONDC, so the availability of the product reach increases, but the website continues to do the work that it does.
No, okay.
Is
So
it?
I'll tell you an example in Meesho. Today, Meesho is not a buyer platform, right?
Okay.
So whatever you go to Meesho and buy from something there is their marketplace serving the product,
It's
right?
not a
It is nothing
pure
with
ONDC.
ONDC. Yeah, it's nothing to do with ONDC as of today with the Meesho purchase, right? What happens in ONDC is a headless architecture. Today, as a brand, even a marketplace, for example, you are a owner of marketplace selling some set of products, right? You wanted to be more, your product should be more visible so that your sellers can get more benefit, correct? Or your products can be more sold. Now, as a brand owner, you have a reach of only 20,000 people. Today, you have only reach of 20,000 people or 1 lakh people, right? Not more than that. Now,
Okay.
but technically what you want, you want the people who are not visiting your site to buy from you, correct?
Yes, correct.
Who don't even know what is your brand name or a brand site needs to
Yes.
purchase from you. That is
Yes.
exactly what ONDC helps. So overall customer base is 90 crore. People know your brand is 1 crore. Let's assume 1 crore. ONDC will help you make a rest of the 92 crore customers to make a purchase from your website. Website means your products. They don't need to come to your website, but internally they will go through the buyer platforms like Paytm, search, identify your product. Your product will be visible there. Click on it, pay it, and then make a purchase. So essentially, what you are getting solved is not only you are having a website, you are serving your 1 lakh customers, for example, you are also serving the remaining 92 crore customers.
Okay.
So now just to give a quick idea, your website here is not connected with the ONDC. ONDC, you need to have a separate cataloging system, separate
Okay.
order management. That is what we help you build, right?
Okay.
So your website is again island, right? Think of any website is island today. These websites are connected to either Google, but they're not connected to a customer. But ONDC
Yes.
is connected to a customer. Your website is a no more island in ONDC. Your website is hooked to ONDC's network, which is, you can see my hand, your website is connected to the ONDC network. That is your catalogs. That means other side of a buyers can see your catalog.
So ONDC is primarily connected with the payment gateways, and through that, when somebody is going to order a product, it will be linked to the marketplaces that associate with ONDC.
You can assume it this way, ma'am. What you mentioned is some partially correct, and you can assume it like this. ONDC is like a Google search. That's all it is. Right?
So ultimately, people are supposed to visit ONDC for buying a product. Where is it that they go to buy a product?
Okay, no problem. I'll answer it a little slower.
Anantha, let me share the small demo for them, so they will have clear understanding. So
that will be very beneficial.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I will show you upcoming COSTBO buyer application, right? That way it will be clear for you, right? So think of this is a Paytm, or think of it's a Google Pay, right? So now you will have this panel like this one, right? Similarly, I'm going to search for organic honey. I'm just going to search for honey. I'm in Bangalore, right? This is a COSTBO buyer app. We are not releasing it yet, but just for demo purpose, I'm showing, right? The moment I search honey, so now I am seeing the businesses who are selling honey within the vicinity, within my closest location, right? So now we can see these are the brands and each brand's products. So now what do you see here is a mobile view. Because the reason is most of these customers today are coming from the mobile application, and this is how they will see it. This is our interface. Google might have a little different interface. Paytm might have a different interface. The moment I want to say, I know this brand, I want to make a purchase, the natural tendencies, I'll go check whether the brand is anywhere else, or I can buy from ONDC. They will click on this product and they can directly navigate to the business's complete website, not website, the business listing along with your products, and they can make a purchase here. So that means a customer who came to search for a honey in Paytm or Google now, they end up landing up the closest sellers who are selling the honey product, and from here they can completely make a purchase, right? Your complete store view is opened and given to the customer.
So right? I am a honey manufacturer. Correct. And I sell honey through my website, and I also sell it through Amazon and Flipkart. So when somebody is searching for honey on this Paytm or Google now, then where does it go to? Does it go to my website, or does it go to an Amazon's website?
No, it will not go to both the places, right? Once you enroll your system into ONDC, the honey product and its price will be attached to the ONDC, right?
But one product price varies on different
correct. Yeah. So whatever you are providing to ONDC is what ONDC will give, right? Today, is your website integrated with ONDC?
No.
Right? So that is what a seller platform will do, right? We will help your website, which is a catalog and cost, will integrate into ONDC, right? Once that is integrated, that particular price will, what they will see, the person who is searching will see that product picture and that particular product price, and they will click on it and make a purchase.
So if I am a marketplace and if I have 50 manufacturers of different products who are on my website, so do I enlist the products on their behalf, or do they do it individually themselves?
Divya ma'am, can you connect one-to-one? I think it's going a long discussion.
One-to-one completely.
Can we connect one-to-one, because there are many other participants also. And one thing I understand that there's a confusion between buyer and seller. I think what is buyer and what is seller. I think Anand sir or Esper sir, if you can give us some detail about what's the
Yeah.
buyer and what's the seller, because
I
people are.
will clearly explain this part.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
take a look at it. Yeah, I'll just share my screen. We'll make it a very simple way so that we all can understand what is buyer, what is seller, right?
I'll switch off my video and
No,
microphone.
no. You can come, remain on video. I think
Okay.
that's really interactive. Yeah.
Okay. So now let us go back to this this diagram again, right? So now if you see very closely, ONDC is a very small icon here. It is basically a network. Again, we need to make sure that ONDC is just like an UPI. Let us compare the analogy of a UPI. UPI as of today is just a network. It is not a platform. To use a UPI, you will enroll into a bank, right? So think of we are like a bank. COSTBO is like a bank, right? You enroll your business details into COSTBO, which is like basically your catalogs, your logistics preferences, your details about how you want to operate, right? The other side, which is you already have all your inventories catalogs defined to us, how we can expose it out, because right now it's all in my server, it is not exposed out. But the buyers are sitting in Paytm, the buyers are sitting in PhonePe, maybe HDFC, Google, COSTBO is also coming in the future, right? So now all these buyers, they are looking to buy products from either Amazon or a Flipkart. Now they are also thinking, hey, is there another place where I have wider choice, I have a better price? Now they already have these applications installed in their phone. It becomes very simple, right? As a buyer side, right? They will search for this. Again, I take the same example of organic honey, right? The moment they search organic honey, the results is given to ONDC network. Some of the buyers are looking for organic honey. If any of the inventory you have has organic honey, now we as a seller, we push the data here. So there are only two main parties in ONDC, only two main parties. The smaller parties, we don't need to talk about it because that is not needed by the business. The one main party is a seller, marketplace seller network. Another one is a buyer app. Buyer app, they already exist. They don't need to do anything at all. Buyer apps work is very, very, very simple. They are just an finders of your buyers. The heavy lifting and the heavy work happens on the seller side of it. That means your catalogs to order execution, they all need to happen in a specific different place, and that is what we provide in COSTBO. Again, you will onboard into a seller, we will expose all your products into buyers. As simple as that. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's basically you think of, you are a seller, right? You come here. We'll help you. We'll convert you into a seller, right? You don't have any buyers, that is fine, right? And that is what the ONDC is for. That is for the buyer app support, right? And you specify, okay, I want 3% commission, I get a buyer. I can also increase the commission later with the ONDC's growth up to 5%, so you get more buyers. So those are the things which we will talk about it later.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So again, we are ready to take more questions, but again, we will talk separately. There are a lot of people talking to us separately. We'll talk to them.
Okay. So I think there's one question from Dave. How my boutique items of saris will get searched in various platforms in ONDC? Who will search? And is there any boosting of my products? Dave, can you come to the video? I think that would be great.
So to be frank, right now the popular products in ONDC today are FMCG products, some of the appliances, and some electronics, and restaurants are getting popular. But in the coming months and coming weeks, other sectors like a pharma, clothing, accessories, they are all going to be available and going to be popular. And it is mainly the two restrictions we are overcoming with. We want more powerful buyer applications like a Google coming in. So these all will ease out the difference. How your product will be reaching is again the GPS based. Suppose if I'm in Chennai, if I'm going to search for this particular product I want to buy through ONDC, and your business will be shown to the customers of ONDC. That is the first step of it, right? Second step, we as a seller, we will make sure that all your transactions are completed, whenever the buyer is ready. So that we do it from our side.
Okay.
Hi, sir. This is Santosh. Just few questions I have, if you will allow.
Please,
Sure.
Santosh. Yeah.
Sir, my first question is like ONDC is just providing, like, is it only based in India, or it also help to grow globally as well?
So
Today it's
currently
only
it
in
is
India. Yeah.
currently only in India, but as we understand, this will be more powerful than UPI, and it will grow global. The reason is very simple. UPI is a banking system. There are a lot of restrictions, but ONDC is just a transaction system. It is a platform, and it's a huge platform. The other countries may not able to build this kind of a scale, especially South Asian countries, Middle East countries. Right, this will grow to be popular. It will go out of country very soon.
And sir, what are the payment integration options, like third-party payment integrations? As we know. So any idea? Like, can you just give a brief? What are the payment integrations we have?
As a seller, if you're into ONDC, I mean, as a seller, you don't need to worry about the payment integrations because the payments will be automatically taken care at the buyer app side. Whoever is buying that, from, for example, a Paytm, or a buyer buying from a pin code, or buyer buying from a potential COSTBO, that particular app will take care of the payment integrations. And typically, all payment integrations are possible.
Okay. And sir, let's suppose once the payment is done, right? So the seller will receive the payment right away, or it will take some time?
It is typically expected to be in 7 days.
7 days.
7 days, yeah.
So
basically, the reason is, for example, you have a product, and the product you have a return period as 3 days, right? Let's assume. So the product reached the customer today, and he can, based on your product nomination, if the product can be returned in 3 days, watch after 3 days is where the buyer app returns the money, right? So then the banking takes plus 1 day. So you will literally take something like 5 to 6 days to receive the money. And until then, nobody can use your money. I mean, the product's cost, it will be still with the nodal account. Only when the money is released simultaneously back to the two accounts.
So, sir, where this payment, remains on hold? Like, is there any third?
In the buyer company, for example, Paytm, if a buyer buys from the Paytm has to register one specific account as a nodal account with the ONDC approved with their respective bank. It can be a HDFC Bank approved by RBI, or it can be Axis Bank approved by RBI.
Okay. And sir, do we have an option of self-ship, just like other marketplaces?
Yeah, business shipment is available, yes.
Or like, do we need to, have?
No, it is available. It is available. When you list your products, you can say my products are shipped by me.
Okay. And sir, GST is required or not? Like, we know recently the news came in, GST is waived off. Like, it is not necessary for some marketplaces. So is it necessary for ONDC?
Today, ONDC mandates GST number today, but eventually I know ONDC has a high influence with the government organization because it's all run by the same government, right? So we have seen this nodal agreements happening into respective banks really quick, right? Similarly, this may also change. GST requirement also may change, but as of today, it is mandatory.
Okay. And sir, as far as I can recall, you have mentioned that people are searching for the products on different applications, right? Right. So let's suppose nowadays, like, any people search for the product on Google or anything, right? The first product come from the Amazon or Flipkart, right?
Correct.
So, sir, you have mentioned, the consumers are having different application and all, so they can search our product on that only, right? But when we search on Google, why my product will not be reflected on that particular Google page as an ONDC website or similar thing? I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Why?
Okay,
Yeah.
I see your question, but it's a little different. See, Google is a different company, right? And they want to have a payment agreement with some like an Amazon or a Flipkart or some X company, and then they show their product and get a money from them. That is their search results, money, right? That is their software and business model, right? With respect to ONDC, that is not the case. ONDC will provide whatever is the product searched in a sequential order to the to the buyer application. So if you're as a seller, if you have a honey and it is listed, and it will go to the buyer application.
So ONDC is only
And
limited
when I
to
say
the buyer
application, it
application.
doesn't need to be. When I say application, it doesn't need to be an app. It can be a website. It can be any forms of buyer provisions.
Okay.
Please go ahead. I think I interrupted your question.
No, sir. I think you answered.
Sir, there is one question. Can we have COD available on ONDC?
Yes, COD is also available on ONDC. Not in version 1.2.0, but in the eventual versions, they are also bringing up COD.
Hello.
Yeah, I have a couple of questions. Can I ask?
Yes, sir, please.
Yeah. So as of now, how many sellers are registered under ONDC?
We don't have an accurate number. I would expect it should be around 10,000 plus, 10,000 plus.
Okay. Okay.
So
For the FMCG sector, yeah.
Yeah. And what is the
yeah, it should be less
average
than that.
revenue?
It should be less than that.
What is the average revenue that?
Revenue, we do not have visibility, right? But what we know is about number of transactions, right? Today, ONDC last month, they are hitting around 120,000 orders per month, right? Of which around 80% is mobility.
We have,
yeah, please go ahead.
the FMCG orders last month touched 600,000 plus orders. FMCG alone.
How many? How many, sir? How many?
600,000, 6 lakhs.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. And just how can somebody like us can register on this ONDC, and after this meeting there will be a link or
correct. We will be sending a clear video and instructions. You'll be enrolling into the beginner package, right? We'll be talking about it very clearly, right? And if you have the products ready, if your product catalog ready, we need a very high quality product photo. If it is ready, it should take less than few hours. Our promise is less than 24 hours because ours is a very advanced architecture, right? We'll make it happen. But provided the support is from your side. If you want, say, hundreds of products, if you want a bulk upload help, 1,000 products, not an issue for us. It's a cakewalk. We will help you out.
And in that video or maybe in the demo session, entire terms of commercials will be mentioned?
Yes, commercials are very, very straightforward and simple. We will not be even spending more than 20 seconds on the commercial. It is all available. I will discuss it one-on-one. Yeah.
Right. Thank
you. So there is a question from Saurabh. Saurabh, can you come to the video and ask a question?
Hi, boss. How are you? All conversation I am listening is a wonderful conversation.
Can you sit, Saurabh? I think you're sleeping there on the bed. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Boss, I'm listening and I'm searching that kind of options like on ONDC platforms. I'm a freelancer and digital marketing about myself, and now I have found a client from China, manufacturers. So multiple manufacturers I have. So I am searching that kind of platform where I could build this startup.
Okay, Saurabh, can you connect one-to-one? I will share my number with you. You can have a one-to-one conversation and let other people have their questions. Okay, na?
Okay.
Something related to ONDC, keep on that. Your personal business, you can also have the case studies, but something which is useful for everyone.
Drop shipping, like drop shipping.
Yeah. So we can have a one-to-one discussion so that I think it's useful for all the people who is joining the session.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure. We can connect one-to-one. Yeah.
Sir, I have a few more questions on this. Sir, is the trademark necessary?
No.
Trademark of the brand is not necessary, right?
No, not needed.
The trademark is to protect brand by themselves. So as a commerce, the trademark is not mandatory.
And sir, next question is about marketing and promotion, right? The buyers are using different applications and platforms, right? So does ONDC helps with the marketing and promotion of, let's suppose my brand, if I want to
No,
promote
it does
or
not. It does not. It's a neutral, it's a non-profit organization. It is a government run. But on the other hand, the greatest opportunity in the world is provided to you already. 90 crore customers in next 5 years, right? So that doesn't need any marketing at all. As long as the quality of the product, the on-time shipping, and better service in terms of if you are able to provide the grievance management correctly to the brand, it will automatically grow.
okay.
There
So,
will
sir,
be
my
a
concern was like, let's suppose I have opened the Paytm app, right? Will my product, I want my product to be, reflected anywhere in the corner of that application, right? So that kind of marketing.
Yeah,
Because
that is possible. That is
Mhm.
possible, but again, it's a very early stage right now, right? So now, again, but the moment we do that, we are beating the purpose of ONDC, because you will go to Paytm and you say that I want this to be available. There will be maybe 40 to 50 big buyer apps. You cannot go back ask every one of them, right? The best way to do that is, okay, you can do that for one or two. There is a general option which ONDC might come, which we are working closely. Right now, the seller, the buyer fee is around 3% or 3 to 4%. You can also dynamically increase it so the buyer might boost your product. That is one way of looking into it, right? Second, we are working closely with the ONDC team, how we can get the ratings and reviews for every product and a business.
exactly, yeah.
Right? So now, let us put the community to work for you. As Anand mentioned, you do the correct shipment, you do the good quality product, and of course it is going to come back. And there is also going to be a proximity search result, which business might be doing more transaction, which I'm hearing that could come ONDC. That means if more people are buying from your business, obviously your business will pop up more and more, right? So again, it is an instrumental way of how you're taking your business in a street. That's the same way you take it to the ONDC.
Yeah, you can use that marketing cost on the product to the consumers.
Okay, understood, sir.
And there is also a discount mechanism dynamically you can set on each product level. And suppose like, today, just to say that, if you're in a marketplace and aggregator, your price is a little cheaper or comparable, or that is the best opportunity to get it. So we are not asking you to discount it, but you are selling to your own customer. In a marketplace, you are selling to somebody else's customer, right? So you need to think in that way. That is how you will change and you price accordingly, get the more customers in.
Yeah, just a small question related to that. So, as you know, that marketplace charges a lot of commission, and so what is that are registered on your platform? Is there a price difference for an end customer? Suppose somebody is selling on Amazon or maybe a Flipkart on 100 rupees. So just by the virtue of saving on the high commission, he's selling on 80 or maybe 90 rupees. So does that benefit by doing it in ONDC?
Yeah. It's a multiple benefit, right? For you, more money to your pocket. First thing. Second, the price of the consumer is not inflated to just to make up the price of the marketplace, right? And the third, if you see practically, our pricing in the ONDC for a closest delivery starting at 30 rupees, right? For the drop shipment. Think of that is not the kind of a price you'll be paying in a marketplace, very high price, right? Again, it is everywhere savings. So we anticipate the biggest problem for entrepreneurs like you is 20% my top line money is going somewhere. So think of the top line money is going to be with you or with your consumer. That's a natural benefit. Somebody start.
I think somebody has unmuted.
Yeah, we just unmuted.
So anyone has any question? I think one question is there: if I receive an order from ONDC, will they send me an email?
Yeah. Actually, it's a
Great
very good
question.
question that we'll address separately. There will be multiple notification system we have built in. First of all, you get a world-class application, right? A push notification will be sent to you upon immediate order approval, right? Order receiving. Second, you will also get a notification of multiple email IDs which you specify, right? Third, we also have WhatsApp integrated, right? That means WhatsApp push notification will be also sent. All of them will open up into your buyer dashboard. If you have an app installed, there is a native way of approving the order. If you don't have app installed, you can approve that from PC, or if you don't have a PC, the order approval can be also done from mobile browser. All of them are available through one single dashboard.
Yeah. So that also solves the next question. Dashboard is available for you to track
Yes,
the
dashboard
orders.
is available. I will take this moment to share the dashboard quickly, but it is not just to give an idea. Let me see the dashboard, share screen. Right.
You can show a brief dashboard.
Yeah, brief dashboard very quickly, so that our everyone is happy about the dashboard. So now what you see here is a dashboard of a phone application. Similarly, you will have a dashboard, something similar here, right? So the dashboard will have information, very detailed information, right? Okay. So what are the details happening on my business, right? Orders, inventory, customer traction, catalogs, orders, right? And your multi-warehouse information, right? All the delivery methods, you can customize it, delivery methods. Ours is a very sophisticated dashboard. It's all point click. So again, backend, everything is controlled. And the banking information returns. You can also have ONDC controls, like, what kind of a controls you want to put it in. Every catalog level also you can control through the system. Every catalog level, you can go back, okay, this is a catalog I want to control, and this is a catalog I want to control. That's on the every catalog level. And of course, the orders are really powerful. You can see all the orders flowing here. You will know whether the order is coming from ONDC, business delivery, or hyperlocal. And you can also go to the level of tracking that where the order exactly stands. We have a very deep integration running so that you will know exactly when the products are going to be received by a customer, right? So this level of a dashboard is available. Again, the dashboard itself is a really big system, which you will be getting as a part of the package.
Okay. Anyone else has any questions? So maybe because we are already at 12 p.m. So okay, Ashish, yeah, you can ask a question.
No, it's all done. It's all done. Thank you so much. So we just need a post this session. We need how to interact with you people further on registration and all that. That's the only thing I want to say.
Yeah, okay. Anything related to COSTBO, you can keep it one-to-one because that's not beneficial for everyone here. Anyone has any question regarding the ONDC? Any doubt? What is buyer, seller, or anything? You can just have your question because we'll wind up the meeting in next 5-10 minutes. Mr.
Post
Vikram.
this
Hello,
session.
sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, Mr. Vikram. Yeah, please.
Sorry, I joined now, just 10 minutes.
No
Okay.
problem. I think you are in your shop. We can
Yeah.
see it. Yeah, please.
This is my shop. I have a retail shop, sarees, dress materials, all those things.
Okay.
I'd like to become, do online business. Yeah.
Okay, so for that you can connect one-to-one. But if you have any doubt or question regarding the ONDC, you can ask here because there are a lot of participants. So
Okay.
any doubt or thing regarding ONDC, you can ask. But certain thing very specific to you, you can keep it one-to-one.
Okay. Do you need GST?
Yes, sir. GST is preferable. If you don't have a GST, if you register for a GST, the reference number also we can take it.
Okay. Okay, sir. I need a one-to-one person number. I'll speak with you.
Sure.
Yeah.
In the chat group, we have put the number. We can connect, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyone else? Yatin, if you have any question, you can ask, or we will wind up the meeting.
Hello, sir. My name is Anurag.
Yeah, Anurag. Yeah, please.
I have recently joined just now. I am planning to conduct. I'm basically pursuing my PhD.
Okay.
So I am planning to conduct a research on ONDC, a comparative analysis between ONDC and already existing platforms.
So you can connect one-to-one,
Yes.
Anurag. I think that will be better because it's not concerned with everyone here. It's
Correct.
better you connect one-to-one. We will try to help you in that.
Sure, sir. How can I connect, sir?
I have put my number here in the group chat. You can just call me.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. Thanks, Anurag. Anyone else regarding ONDC specifically, or maybe what's the other concern regarding the ONDC, how to join?
I don't see any number in the chat. I
No,
don't see any.
I just put the number.
It is visible.
Yeah.
Is there any product quality check? I mean, if I'm buying from ONDC, suppose I'm a buyer and I buy from
Nothing.
ONDC, how do I know how good is the product? Or, is there any kind of quality check?
So
The
there is no
review and
quality
rating
check
systems are coming up. Yeah.
There's no quality check of the product. For example, especially when you're coming from a grocery store, that it is what you get from a grocery store. But on the other hand, if you think of this way, right? In COSTBO, like at least for us, we are onboarding mostly brand owners, manufacturers, and wholesalers, right? So now we are also checking GST, making sure there's a valid business is there. So the moment you see the business logo, okay, I'm directly buying from the source. That itself is a good quality check, right? And compared to a marketplace where it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seller, now we are buying from a business who is a legible business, right? So that makes a lot of difference here. So again, that is the main reason we emphasize you put a proper logo, proper photos, right? Otherwise, the buyers will not come make a purchase.
No, I'm saying in the matter of like, if suppose if someone says, this particular jewelry is 99% pure or something like that, and if it doesn't turns out to be like that, then I mean, what is the procedure after that? That's what I'm trying
No,
to.
the buyer can return the product.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Number
okay.
one.
Yeah.
Second is they can also raise a grievance management against the business.
Okay.
So when the brand enrolls into the ONDC, there is a set of training that's been given by the seller platforms to say, what is the policies to be followed. But technically, a buyer can also return the product, assuming that the seller says return the product. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, can you please share the number? Where is it? Because I'm not able to see on the webinar chat that you send it.
Okay. Reposted.
No, it is on the same group where webinar was created.
Oh, not in the WhatsApp. It's in the Zoom meeting.
Okay, my bad. Sorry for inconvenience.
No problem. How is Alibaba Dukaan India Mart is different from ONDC? Yeah, so just to answer your question, so all these are on individual platforms, right? Alibaba is a marketplace platform specifically for the brands from China, right? Dukaan is probably an individual website builder for an individual website, right? That is not a platform as such. India Mart is a place where people can buy on a bulk, right? These three are three different. What ONDC eventually solves is any of the brands in Alibaba, Dukaan, or India Mart can go to ONDC to reach more customers. That is the first problem that they solve, right? Not just that, ONDC also segregates a buyer and seller separately so that today I want to sell in Alibaba, go create an account in Alibaba, add hundreds of products. Today I want to sell in India Mart, go create an account in India Mart, sell in hundreds of thousands of products. Tomorrow I want to sell in Amazon, I create an account and sell hundreds of thousands of products, right? That is not the case in ONDC. You are in one entity, you need to upload in only one place, and you are visible to 90,000 customers, 90 crore customers, right? So that is what it is.
So ultimately, we can compare ONDC with UPI. I think that's the base of this. UPI is not a bank. SBI, SDFC, those are the bank. They are transferring money, but UPI is the main network which is doing all the things. I think we have done with all the questions. Anyone has the last question, or we will wind up the meeting? Okay, I think, sir, there is no question at all. So thank you. Thanks a lot. If all of you can come to the video, that will be really great. We will take a group picture and then we can wind up the meeting and you guys can enjoy your Saturday as well as the Diwali.
Diwali, yeah.
Yeah. And for the businesses, I think in India, 30% of the sale done during this particular season. So it's a big event even for all the businesses. So if you can come to the video, so say cheese, yeah. Yeah, I've taken that. Thank you. Thanks again, Anand sir, Ishwar
for your
sir, for
time.
taking out for time for the busy schedule and organizing this particular webinar. Thanks again to everyone, to all the audience. I think audience are the backbone of the webinar. So thank you again for making to the webinar. And if you have any question regarding the ONDC or something one-to-one regarding COSTBO, please connect with us. We are happy to help you all. So thanks again. Enjoy Diwali and happy Diwali to all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I have your number. I'll call.
Yeah.
Can I call you?
Yeah,
Can I call
sure,
you?
sure, sir. Yeah, please.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I'll call you back.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.